Sandra loves Disney too much. She got a little bit overwhelmed by her playlist, and we took a wrong turn, and now we're going to Epcot. We don't want to go to Epcot. Well, we want to go to Epcot, but not right now. So I'm gonna do something illegal.
Oh shit.
This is the right side of the road, right?
Yes. Yeah, there was a car driving this way. You did a great job. I'm so proud of you.
That's what my mama ain't raised no bitch.
Good times, there's gonna be good times, I know there's gonna be.
So I felt like vlogging every 3 or 4 videos would be a really good thing and help you guys get a deeper insight into my life, if that's what you even want. But I really want to form a good connection with my audience, so that's what I decided to do. But I really don't like the vloggers that are like, hey guys, what's up? Just woke up, gonna brush my teeth. So earlier this week, I got the rest of my things from my apartment in Orlando. I lived in a shitty student living complex literally right outside of UCF. It was called
Plaza University.
I don't care. I'll name drop all day. This place sucks. Don't live there. Don't. It had a 1.5 star rating on Google. 1.5. Well deserved. Honestly, no. Might be even a little generous. Either way, it sucks, and that's the preface for this entire story. And it sucks for so many reasons. Besides getting stuck in the elevator 3 times, and that time that someone put shit in front of my door and nobody cleaned it up for 3 weeks. Then there was also that time that someone peed in the elevator. And they didn't even do anything about it. They put a little Febreze in the corner of the elevator and just let the pee dry. Also, clearly, there's someone living in the apartment complex that has serious bowel issues. They're going everywhere. There are so many more specific instances that I could name, but those are definitely in my top 3. But the worst thing about this place, and honestly, I'll give credit where credit's due, any student living complex for that matter, the walls are so thin. You can hear everything. I can hear the boy above me doing some inappropriate things. Luckily, it never lasted long and intense. Honestly, me and that kid had a lot of problems. He was a frat bro, and I don't tend to get along with those kind of kids. But I'll give him credit where credit is due. He was extremely passionate. He was always pursuing and practicing his dream of becoming a DJ. And when he wasn't pursuing his dream of becoming a DJ, he was practicing his hobby of being a gymnast. He was jumping around everywhere, constantly. I hated this kid. He was constantly bumping his music at full volume, every single day. And if he wasn't doing that, he was jumping, stomping. I swear to you, when he walked, he stomped. He didn't walk, he stomped. But regardless, the first few months I tried to let it go because, you know, we're in college. I get it. You're trying to have fun. I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to be a killjoy or anything. But one day I decided this is annoying. I'm annoyed. I go up, knock on the door, waiting. He finally answers. It takes him like 10 minutes. I'm like, hey, I live below you. Turn it down just a bit because I can literally feel the vibrations in my wall. He's like, yeah, sure, no problem. Go downstairs, walk in my room. He turns it up. This exact instance happened 2 more times. So the 3rd time, it hit me like, this is a game to him. I love games. One day I was just in a really bad mood. The last thing I wanted was to come home to a Skrillex concert, but you know, you don't always get what you want in life. I walk in, everything is silent. Too silent. Set up my test, everything's fine, good to go. I was just not having it this day. It was not gonna happen. I was not letting this slide. I get up from my desk, I walk to my bed, I stand on top of it, and I start smacking the ceiling. He doesn't even hear. I take a moment to collect myself, take a breath, and I use all my strength. And I hit his ceiling even harder. Finally, he hears it. The music stops. There's some sort of ominous feeling in the air, but I'm like, let me just ignore it. You know, the music stopped, let me just accept it, go back to my test. All of a sudden, I hear some sort of rustling. I'm like, okay, what the hell is about to happen? 30 seconds later, I hear the biggest boom of my entire life. I'm convinced that he stood on top of his bed and took his desk chair and threw it down with all of his might. Because it was like, he's about as tall as me. There was no way he could jump and make that much noise, I swear. Dust fell from the ceiling. The fan started spinning from all the momentum. The walls were shaking. I swear to God, I thought it wasn't an earthquake. I was just trying to take a test, you know? It was 10 times louder than my slam. I was just trying to let him know, just shut up. And I'm not typically an angry person. It really does take a lot to make me mad. But I was furious. I leave my test. I storm out of my room. I walk upstairs. I go to his door. I start slamming on his door. Now I know, maybe I'm getting a little crazy at this point, but you know what? It's just a fact. I'm not gonna let anyone do me like that, especially not no Calvin Harris wannabe.
What is COVID-19?
I have some news for you.
Tiesto looking, no answer. I'm like, dude, I know you're in there. Keep knocking, no answer. I'm literally there for 20 minutes knocking, I swear to you. What a waste of time. But no answer, no one is answering the door. I know he hears me, but no one's answering the door. Finally, some idiot turns the corner making some sort of weird eye contact. What are the odds? Pretty high. It was his roommate. He's like, can I help you? I'm like, yeah, I've been knocking on your door for 20 minutes, but I think Pauly D over there is a little too nervous to come over here and talk to me. He's like, okay, I mean, I don't really know what to say. I say, well, you better tell him if I hear his music again, or if I hear him stomp on his floor one more time, I'm gonna come up here and there's gonna be a problem. I don't know what problem I thought I was gonna cause. I just wanted it to be known that Mama ain't raised no bitch. He's like, okay, have a great day. I hate when people tell me to have a great day when you clearly know I'm not. That's my pet peeve. But no matter what I did, they didn't take me seriously. I was just some short, annoying girl to them that lived below them, and that's all I ever was. Even though they were the same height as me, they just had some sort of Napoleon complex going on for them. As much as I wanted to let it go, I just couldn't. Although he wasn't physically in my personal space, mentally and musically he was.
You smell that? Do you smell that? No. Like burning leaves.
A space that was supposed to be my area and my area only was now basically shared with someone who clearly didn't care about my feelings. I thought I had control of the situation, but I really didn't. He's the one that had control of the volume, so at the end of the day, no matter what I said or did, it was up to him what level it was at. But that right there is life. If you choose to let things out of your control affect you, you're always going to be unhappy. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't make his music less annoying, and it doesn't make me less angry, but it does make it more tolerable. I had attached some sort of ego to the situation, like, it's my apartment, I pay for it, it should be as quiet as I want. But in his mind, it was his apartment, he paid for it, it can be as loud as he wanted. Which brings me to my main point, and honestly the whole entire issue here, the walls. In life, we have no control over other people's decisions. We may think that we do, but at the end of the day, no one is gonna decide what they want for themselves besides themselves. The only thing we have control over is how we choose to respond to other people's decisions. I wish so badly that I can get all the time back that I wasted sitting in my room pissed off about this kid. But instead, I learned from it and it taught me one of the greatest lessons that I've ever learned. I can't control what happens. I can only control how I happen to respond. I know a lot of you might be thinking like, wow, you're a loser. Like, you're mad that they were playing music. Like, you were in your room alone while they were having fun and you're mad. Yes. Absolutely correct. And I still hate those kids. So if you're watching, you're a terrible DJ.